Hey, Facebook people, good morning and welcome to the Easy Like Sunday Morning podcast. I am your host, Charles Watson. And guys, welcome to Expert Influencer Academy, where we help startups and solopreneurs position, package, promote, and partner their products and messages so that you can monetize your content across the top 5 social media platforms. Guys, I hope you guys are having a great weekend. Thanks for joining me today. I'm super excited and super stoked about the topic that we're going to be covering starting today over the next several months. So if you've been following along and you've been watching the show, I'm trying to bring you guys curated content, useful, valuable content that you guys can use to grow your businesses and even start your businesses. So for example, I just wrapped up a video series, the top 7 questions asked by social media marketers. And that's a 7 video series. If you're interested in checking that out, I will have a link right here up in the cards for you when this hits YouTube for you to check out. And that was, I took just a report and answered those 7 questions for everybody. I'm also doing another series about to wrap up on the topic of actually what we show you here, how to position, package, promote, partner, and monetize your business across the top 5 social media platforms. So I will probably link that up in a card over here for you once that hits YouTube. And guys, I'm excited to bring you the next string of content in a new series called How to Start a Business from Scratch. In this video series, it's going to cover several weeks, it's several months. It's going to have about 5 key topics covering things from everything, how to start a business, budget and marketing, legal ramifications, how to create your best work life, things like that. And each main topic is going to have other subcategories that we are going to be covering. So I'm super excited to bring this to you. So let's go ahead and let's jump in with the first video in the series. So today, guys, the topic is what kind of business should I start? Before you jump in with both feet and before you even start posting and even start to try to wrap your head around even how to monetize and produce real income to increase your cash flow in your current business, or to even do something like this from home full time, you really need to sit down and you have to understand what kind of business should you create. So we're going to talk about that today. Building a business, guys, is exciting, it's complex, and it's incredibly demanding. However, it's probably one of the greatest things you're ever going to accomplish in your life. And although you have to say goodbye to things like free time, your social life, and sleep, at the end of the day, you really have a great opportunity to see your dreams become a reality and to really live life on your own terms. And that's what it's all about. And guys, in 2017, Town Squared reported that as of 2017, there were over 28 million small businesses or entrepreneurs in the United States. So it's really no surprise in the fundamental shift of the economy and the way commerce is conducted online and things like that. It's no surprise that more and more people are ready to break the chains of their 9-to-5 jobs and start pursuing their dreams and working for themselves. And the first step in the process, guys, of becoming a solopreneur or a startup is to decide what kind of business will you start. And there's really 2 questions you have to ask yourself and you need to answer. Are you going to start with a side hustle, or are you going to jump into this new business venture with both feet at once? The decision that you're going to have to make is going to come down to several key factors that you're definitely going to have to keep in mind. And you're going to have to think about everything from finances, resources, to risk tolerance. All of these are going to play a role in the decision you make. So how do you decide what kind of business to start? Well, I've got 5 tips I want to share with you to hopefully make your decision a little easier. So the first tip, or the first thing you need to take into consideration, guys, is your time commitment. Your new endeavor, it's definitely going to take up massive amounts of your time, because there is no shortcut to building your business or brand the right way. Yes, people get lucky. Yes, people go viral, but for the majority of us, there is no shortcut to building our business. There is no shortcut to building our brand. So it's going to take up an immense amount of time. You're going to have to put in the work to get your endeavor, to get your business, to get your ideas off the ground. So you need to take a step back. This is the first thing you need to do. And you need to figure out how much time you can devote to your new business. And you really need to start thinking about things like your family, your work schedule, your social commitments, time spent on hobbies, Junior's soccer schedule, Molly's Little League schedule. These are all things that you're going to have to take into consideration so that you can actually map out and realistically come up with a block of time that you can use to work on your business. Take these considerations and then block them out on a calendar, then schedule your work schedule around those events. If the majority of your day, guys, is consumed by other obligations, then perhaps starting your business as a side hustle is going to make more sense at first. And whatever you choose, you need to start spending a few hours a night and the weekends working on your new venture. If you have more free time, then maybe jumping in full time might be the way to go. But whatever decision you make, starting a business is now your new job. So you need to take it seriously. For real. Guys, the second tip I have for you is you need to realize and you need to consider what type of resources are available to you. It's important to realize that as a solopreneur and as a startup, your biggest asset right now, to help you get started and to help you grow, is going to be your time and the gift of continual learning. You know, as a entrepreneur, as a solopreneur, as a startup, we are expected to wear multiple hats and fill multiple roles at one time. You're going to be responsible for everything in your business. We're talking website, social media accounts, acquiring new customers, making physical products, making digital products, marketing, rules and regulations, licensing, budgeting, finance. You are in charge of everything. And guys, if you don't possess the skills, because it's impossible to be a master at everything, right? We all have our skill sets. We all have things that we're good at, and we all have things that we need to work on, and that is okay. If you don't possess the skills, you're going to have to acquire them in order for you to succeed. You know, what resources do you have available? Do you have access to mentors? Do you have access to childcare, someone that can watch over the kids while you consume an online course? Do you have family support? Do you have the finances necessary to invest in these trainings, in these mentors, and in these online classes in school in order to make yourself successful? These are all resources, and all of these are going to be a key factor that's going to allow you to spend more time learning about and growing your business. You need to get real with yourself, and you need to understand what's available to you. And you can always learn, and you can always adjust your strategies and your tactics on the fly. Remember that. So if you're like, don't have a lot of time to learn, again, startup might be great for you, because you can only, dedicate 45 minutes to an hour a day, maybe the time it takes you to drive to work. And then from work, maybe that's all the time you have to consume an audiobook or something like that on business. That's great. Startup mode is awesome for you. If you have more and you could treat it like a full-time job, maybe jumping in with both feet. If you're the type of person that learns as you do, then that's a great way. Maybe full-time is good for you. The third thing you guys need to consider, and the third tip I have for you, is employment. If you ask most solopreneurs and startups why they started their business, the majority of them will tell you it's because they weren't happy with their 9-to-5 jobs. Some might say that they didn't feel like they fit into the company's culture, or maybe someone had issues with their coworkers. I mean, there's a million reasons why people aren't happy with their employment. However, keep this in mind. Starting a business while you're still employed is a great way to finance and support your side hustle. You'll have the security, guys, of a steady paycheck while you work your ass off, building up that side income to the amount that you need to jump off. And guys, most people ask, how do I know when my side hustle is taken off, when my side business is taken off? How do I know when it's time to jump in full time and leave my place of employment and do my business full time? A lot of people follow the 80-20 rule, or the Pareto principle, which simply states this: when 20% of your efforts start to generate 80% of your results, then it's time to jump into your business full time. So if at 20%, let's say you need to make $6,000 a month to jump off and go full time. Let's say your pay is $6,000 a month. Your business needs to generate $6,000 a month in order for you to leave your job. All right. When you start making about $4,000, right, $4,000 to $5,000 for 3 to 4 consecutive months, then it's time to jump off. Because the logic here is, if you're making that much money, if you're making $4,000, you're 80% of your total financial goal with only doing the work on your business part-time. Then look at how much further your business would expand if you could devote your entire life full-time attention to your business. So the Pareto principle is a good way to follow. That's a good principle to follow, to know when it's time for you to jump in full-time. And if you're not there, guys, that's fine. Keep working, keep hustling, keep working that job, keep dedicating hours to building your business, keep dedicating, hours to build it up. You will get there. Eventually, you're going to get there. Number 4, guys, the fourth thing to keep in mind when starting a business, or the other fourth tip I have for you, is finances. And guys, the role of finances, this is probably going to be the largest factor in deciding whether to start your business as a side hustle or whether to start your business as a full-time gig. And this one is important and needs a lot of paying attention to. Do you have a savings? Are you willing to sacrifice those savings for your dreams? If you are, then maybe full-time is right for you. If you're not, it's okay. There's no right or wrong answer here. It's whatever you feel comfortable with. You can always jump in as a side hustle. You know what I mean? What kind of debt do you carry? Are you sinking from student loans? Are you sinking from a mortgage? Do you have mounds of credit card debt? While finances is a tough subject for a lot of people have a hard time talking about money. Money is always considered to be kind of like a black, dirty topic for most people, like a shadow topic, black ops type tactic. Oh, we don't talk about money. But you really need to get honest with yourself, and you really need to have the finance talk, and you gotta understand your financial situation before you decide to start a business. If your new business idea doesn't provide enough for you to cover your monthly living expenses, then you're gonna have to concentrate on side hustle mode. Working full-time and running a business, yes, it can be extremely challenging, but you're going to do yourself no favors if you can't afford the roof over your head, if you can't afford to put food on your table, and you definitely can't afford the internet access that makes your business grow and work. You're not going to do anybody any favors. You're not going to do yourself any favors. So really pay attention to that. Growing a business, guys, it takes time. End of story. You need to financially and mentally prepare to sustain yourself until you have enough paying clients or customers that provide you with enough revenue to sustain your current quality of life. And you got to understand this. The first 2 to 3 years of starting a business are the hardest, and 80% of startups and solopreneurs fail in the first year. And many of these businesses, they don't even see profits until the third year or beyond. Ask any overnight success how they became an overnight success, and they will tell you the story of how the last 10 years were super hard for them. So remember that. It's very rare. Does it happen? Yes, of course it happens. Yes, that's why we're all here, right? That's why we all hope to be the next best thing, because we know it does happen. But for the majority of us, it doesn't. And that's okay, if you can grow your company and your empire overnight, that builds ego. If you can grow your empire over time, that builds wisdom. Just remember that. Finally, guys, the fifth factor I have for you guys, the fifth tip I have is you got to know your risk tolerance. Everyone handles risk differently. Some people like to take big risks, while others like to feel secure in their decisions. And again, that's okay. What is your level of risk tolerance? You might feel really confident in your idea and your product, and you might feel like jumping in full time is the right decision to make, and that's okay. Just be aware of these other factors. Others, like me, I'm going to be honest, like me, I wanted to test the waters before making a major commitment. So we still work. Even though this produces income for us now, we're still working just in case. You never know. We like to feel secure. Maybe you like to take risks. That's okay. All right. There's no right or wrong answer here. That's the thing. It's whatever you feel comfortable. You just simply have to be honest with yourself, and you got to ask yourself, how much are you willing to lose? That's the basic question that you need to answer. How much are you willing to lose? When you do, and when you get honest with all these topics and you take a step back and you ask those hard questions and you answer them for yourself, you're going to have a clear picture of whether this new endeavor that you're going to go on is going to be full-time, if it's going to be a full-time life-altering decision, or if it's going to be a side hustle that you're willing to invest in and grow and learn over time. That's all there is to it. And in closing, guys, I have a few things to keep in mind for you when deciding what kind of business you guys should start. Again, this is a deep dive. These videos are going to be in depth. So here is some bonus content for you guys. Here's some pointers to keep in mind. If you're taking notes, if you're writing this stuff down so that you can do a self-assessment here after the video, here's some things to keep in mind. If you're planning on using your current income to fund your business, if you want to test the waters and see if you like being a solopreneur, or that if even being a small business owner is your thing, it's not for everyone. So this will give you another way to test the waters. And if you value your current job and actually see what you're doing, your business, as an enhancement to that current job, then you want to start off as a side hustle, and you want to grow your business over time. If you're planning on financially and mentally preparing yourself to self-sustain for a long period of time, if you already have enough clients or customers, maybe you already have paying customers, maybe you already have paying clients, and that is awesome. If you have enough to sustain your monthly lifestyle, and if you're truly committed to going all in to grow your business into a full-time venture in a short amount of time, then coming out of the gate running and building a full-time business is probably the right decision for you. Guys, whatever you decide, just remember, building a new business and having a new project and the new opportunity, just having opportunity is exciting. You're going to need to work harder than you ever have before, but understand this. You're building your dreams, and you're starting to take life into your own hands, and you're starting to live life on your own terms. And at the end of the day, guys, there is nothing more satisfying than being able to sit down with your loved ones and your family and reflect and know that all the hard work you did, all the sacrifices you made, and all the effort that you've put in, you did it for you and your loved ones and for your family. And that is satisfying and gratifying at the end of the day. And it really makes you appreciate the journey. Well, guys, thank you so much. I appreciate it. I hope you found value in this first video. This is going to be an entire series, and I am super excited. My hope is that you can start from this video number 1, And by the time the series is over with, you will have all the information you need on how you will know what you need to do, what steps you need to take, where you need to go to have a legitimate, licensed, and fully compliant business for you to start pursuing your dreams. If you like this, guys, please check out our website, expertinfluenceracademy.com. If you need help growing your business, if you need help branding, if you need help getting started, we offer all types of professional services. We are here to help you grow. We are here to help you capitalize on the opportunity. expertinfluenceracademy.com. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up, and please share this with someone you think could benefit from the information contained in this video. Hopefully you found us because you're an entrepreneur, you're a startup, you're a solopreneur, you're looking to grow your business, or maybe you know someone that is on that adventure. Share our stuff with them. That is great. And that's it, guys. I hope you have a great weekend, and we will see you in the next video.